I guess the big question, Carl, is that this weekend is the opportunity to make history. How much has that driven you in this camp? I know you've got the hashtag Camp for Greatness. How much has that been in your mind heading into this?
It's in my mind, to become the only fighter from the island of Ireland to win titles in 3 divisions, one of the only Brits to ever do it. You join an elite list of fighters globally as well, and this is something I never expected when I turned professional or started my professional journey. So I'm in touching distance now, and I just feel like I won't let Jamel Herring stop me from achieving that. And I'm just right up for this one. I've got the mentality at the minute that if I have to, I would run through a brick wall to make sure I have my hand raised.
And how do you assess the challenge that's facing you this weekend compared to the challenges you face in your career and the challenges you've overcome already in your career?
He's a good fighter. He's tall. He's a southpaw. He in the past he's shown like a mental toughness. Not so much, I don't think, in his last performance. But it's not going to be an easy fight. I'm not underestimating it. I'm speaking now, and I know that what I'm saying, I'm full of confidence, but I don't want it to come across as if I'm overlooking this guy, because I'm not in the slightest. I'm just really up for this fight, and I want to do a job. I want to go home as a 3-weight world champion. I want to go back and see my kids. Like, I'm out here for 3 weeks preparing, getting used to the time difference, because I want to win this fight. I don't want to be away from my wife and kids for so long, but I'm doing it to make these sacrifices because it's what I need to do to win. And everything's just went right for me. And if it continues to do that on Saturday night, then I win the fight.
He said after his last fight, and as you say, it was quite unconvincing, his last display. He said that this fight against you could be his final fight. Now, is that the way that you're feeling yourself about this fight in terms of your own career?
Well, I spoke to people about this, and again, I don't want to sound negative, but if I lose this fight, I will retire. So in that sense, it could be, but I'm not going to lose. So I'm not planning on losing. I'm planning on winning. I'm planning on winning very, very convincingly. And I think I will do that. And then after that, we'll just make a decision, one fight at a time, really, for me at this stage of my career. But I don't plan on losing this fight.
In terms of Jamal's last showing in that fight we mentioned, can you read too much into it? Because we've been in such a bizarre year or so due to the pandemic, where there's been postponements left, right and centre. Are you looking like you're going to face the real Jamal Herring rather than maybe what we saw in that fight last year?
Look, I've got to expect the best Jamal Herring there's ever been, and that's what I am expecting. If I underperformed in my last fight as well against Darren Trainer. So I know I need to be better than I was in that last fight, but I will be, because this is a bigger fight. There's just so much more on the line. Really hard for me to get out of second gear against Darren Trainer. There was really nothing to worry about from the first bell. So it was hard. I was kind of just going through the motions, but Jamal Herring is a world champion and a very good fighter. So I need to be on it, and everything needs to be perfect. And I think it will be. The way things have been going in training, like if I continue to carry that form into the ring with me, I'll win the fight.
Jamie Moore was saying to us yesterday, he said that you're in the best condition you've been in since you've worked together. Is that how you're feeling, that you're in optimum condition despite the fact that you've seen and done so much in this sport?
I'm genuinely in the best shape that I've ever been in. My weight's good. I'm flying in the gym. I'm fit. I haven't lost a round of sparring this whole camp because of the decision making I've been making while I've been sparring. I haven't been getting drawn into wars and stuff, and I've been doing things that I feel like are going to help me on the night. I haven't lost a round. I done a brutal, my last hard kind of session was on the treadmill, 4-minute intervals on the treadmill, and I was flying. I've done it the easiest I've ever done it. So everything's just where it needs to be, and everything is it's just falling into place.
And does that come down to that inner drive that you seem to have to create this legacy and to become somebody who's never going to be forgotten in boxing?
Yeah, look, I want to cement that legacy. Look, I'm very proud of what I've done already, but I want to cement it now and become a 3-weight world champion and go back home and have my kids be proud of their dad being the only ever man from the whole island to have made such an achievement. I've also learned that this is the first. This is going to be the first world title fight ever in Dubai, so there's another bit of history to be made. It's just all adding up, and this is, you call it they're calling this show Legacy. If Jamel Herring was fighting someone else, it wouldn't be called Legacy. It's because he's fighting me, so everything is based on me, and that's the reason why the name of the show is Legacy. And my legacy is much more important than his. I genuinely believe that, and I'm about to cement it here on Saturday night.